Sometimes a balanced thought chased down by some cane sugar Dr. Pepper is just the way, man. Um, so I went downtown for the first time in like years. Not just once, but 2 days back to back. The reason why I decided the second time was because the first time was so fun. But then I realized why exactly why exactly downtown is something you do like once every at least like 4 months. Um, there is just there's just something about deciding to like numb your brain and poison yourself to like just enter this la la land with all of these other adults that is just like weird. It's like weird for me. So, and I was really struggling with like trying to like pinpoint it after the second day, which was Saturday, on like why I just felt so off. And and my dad like painted it, I feel like, pretty well, where it's just like you can't really be yourself, so you decide to numb your senses so much that you feel okay being something that you're not. I don't know. I think that's a good way of putting it. Um, but I just am like trying to think because like I saw so many people there that I recognized back in high school. It's been 5 years now. We're all like 23, 24ish, and like I can just like it's like when I talk to them, it's like I'm not talking to a real person. Like there's just crazy loud music banging, people screaming in the background. You're plastered. You're just talking to like this surface level mask of someone that they decided to create that night because there's they because they because they're so just like out of it. Um, now don't get me wrong, alcohol. I think it's a good it's a tool. Just like this Dr. Pepper, it's a tool, and there's a spectrum with it with how people get affected by it. I just noticed though correlation or pattern with these people I spoke to that I recognized from years ago. Just something was off. Just felt like I wasn't talking to them. I was talking to some like knee jerk reaction of them, um, that they decide to put on the moment they see me. Um, and there was he might see this potentially, but I did run into someone who decided to share a little bit about what he's been struggling with, and that's been the fact that he's been working at the same place for 5 years straight at least, and like he's at that crossroads that at the very least most men are going to face at this point where you think you okay, I won't use that word. You feel like you like the people around you. Um, and so that's kind of the thing tethering you to your job is the perspective that these other people that have known you for years have on hold on you, whether intentional or not. Um, and you're that's the comforting part, and then there's the part of you that's like that knows he wants more. And it was just really hard seeing him struggle with that because just like me for years he's been suppressing this part of him that is just innate, and at the very least I feel like most men, where you just want to like you just want to like play, you just want to have fun. And I can tell that this guy is not, he's not actually like trying to make light of the situations that he's in at work, not trying to actually, you know, have an unfiltered, fun, and almost wild time with the people that he decides to meet or happens to be around at work or at a convenience store, at a grocery store, at a gym, out and about while walking around the neighborhood. Like, I can tell that he's keeping to himself. And what I think most guys will hope is that they go downtown, they get sloshed, and they think that they're going to be able to experience that part of them that they've been suppressing for so long. And, as an example, potentially find a future partner off of that circumstance that somehow isn't also going to be as just warped and perverted. Um, there's something I notice when I am embracing this part of me now that's a kid. I have so much fun while I just felt like more alive sober than plastered downtown, especially in that second day. I wasn't as drunk that day, but I decided to knock back a couple, and like it just, even like dulling myself that much, I just was still so stuck in my thoughts. Um, and it's like the only time you could actually have fun is if you were so drunk that you can't even acknowledge that part of you, thinking about and like analyzing these situations between you and other people. Um, but that's the thing. It's like I, outside of that area, like it's like downtown is like some limbo. It's like some la la land. Cause like when I'm outside of that area, I just am able to be myself and feel more like myself, and I actually have more fun outside of that area, um, which the cost to me being able to feel that way though, where I feel so alive, sober outside of downtown at the gym, you know, walking out about in the neighborhood, um, running into people at Walmart, is you have to put yourself out there. You're risking being seen and being judged and having people put certain thoughts about you. Like that's what you're risking when you're just being yourself out and about. And me, for the longest time, and I know with these other guys that I'm running into, they've been they've been holding themselves back from just being themselves out and about. And it's eating at them, like that one gentleman I ran into on Friday. You don't realize that the reason why you feel like just off balance and unfulfilled is because you are actively suppressing that part of you that wants to be wild, that part of you that wants to have fun, because you are just surrounded by all these people that have adopted these weird societal rules around how you're supposed to act around people that you work with, how you're supposed to be PC, how you're supposed to not say what you really think and feel because it could potentially jeopardize your job. So, Because that's the cost, is if you continue to hold yourself back and not say what you really feel, how you don't, how neglecting and like smothering that part of you that wants to be spontaneous, the cost of that is just feeling like an empty husk every day and getting just a sliver of fun when you're heavily inebriated. It was crazy. Like, after that second day, I just felt gone. I just felt like I just didn't feel like myself. I had that juice I was leveraging in the on the day prior, because I'd just been building myself up and reigniting that part of me that made me a kid. And then it was when I threw myself downtown for 2 days straight. It was like that environment that was trying to box me in again and tell me, no, you need to, I don't know. It's like you need to consume this thing to then feel comfortable being someone that you're not. Like, I am discovering that sugar is like underrated. Like, I'm definitely a caffeine fiend, and um, I don't think I'll ever let that go. That's going to be one of my vices that stays with me forever. Um, but like sugar, like, especially from like orange juice, for example, it just like it's like I almost can't describe it. It's like you just like your whole body just like wakens up and you just feel ready to like take on the day. And I notice the quality of my conversations are just better with people. I'm just able to connect better with people and lift their spirits up as well, give them an ounce of confidence that they didn't have, prior to meeting me. This goes back to, I think, what I talked about a little bit more yesterday, or like last video. It's like just give it a shot where you're just sober, maybe you're a little bit sugared up. Go out there at a place you normally go to where there's other people and strike up a conversation with someone that just even slightly makes you curious or interested. It scared the heck out of me the first time I did it, but like I never felt more alive after having committed to it. And like when you get an itch from that, it's hard to let go of wanting to experience more of that, which is just going to lead to you like feeling compelled to communicate and connect with more people and share whatever message you feel compelled to share. And then from there, like that cascades into just like wanting to play, you know, certain sports, just get active, want to move. And then that turns into you optimizing your health and your nutrition so you can continue to play more. Like these balance shots, for example, absolutely underrated. And I know that stuff is going to become mainstream like 5 to 10 years out from now. So go out there, create a connection, create a story that's, even if it's awkward, that's a win. And try to find that part of you that you've been suppressing for so long. So, anyway, I got to get ready for my next meetup here. See you next time.